The Jamaica Productivity Centre (JPC) on World Productivity Day presented its 2022 Productivity Forum. The forum provided a platform to explore Jamaica's productivity output, which will be heavily dependent on the digital transformation process. Minister of Labour and Social Security Carl Samuda spoke to Jamaica's needed growth in the various sectors for advancement in the digital world.
Locally, Jamdex is emerging as one of our digital Jamaica currency, and more banking apps are being initiated and updated for convenient use. FinTech allows for efficient ease of transactions and, more importantly, for more Jamaicans to be incorporated into the formal banking system, a thing that is very urgently needed as we seek to join the rest of the world in modernizing banking principles and facilities. It is imperative that other sectors such as agriculture, transportation, construction, etc., transform attitudes, resources, and systems to become 22nd century ready. But Jamaica's move towards higher technological advancement is being hampered by low levels of foreign and local investments.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, Colette Roberts-Risdon, highlighted the JPC's role in leading the way for a more digital economy.
As the Jamaica Productivity Centre continues to set the stage as the lead agency on productivity measurement, monitoring, and strategy implementation, it is our hope that Jamaican citizens will see and appreciate its value to development. Interestingly, exciting things are ahead. Currently, the Jamaica Productivity Centre is spearheading the development of a national policy on productivity, which will guide the improvements in efficiency and support the conditions to drive a better quality of life in Jamaica.
The chairman of the JPC Advisory Board, Anthony Hyde, used the example of Singapore's economic growth through policy as a framework for Jamaica on its pathway to productivity.
Likewise, the government of Jamaica continues to initiate policies and programs to induce the growth of productivity in our nation. As we follow their lead, let us all learn and work to see how we can increase our productivity through technology, innovation, and human development.
With every new development, there are new challenges. Senior Director of Research and Measurement at the JPC, Michaela Urquhart, during her presentation on productivity in a digitized world, spoke to the indications for measuring productivity in a digitized world.
We also want to think about how we are going to be able to measure the impact of digital investments on our firms and our organizations. This means we have to now look at new indicators for measuring productivity. For example, we might not want to just look at the return on investments, but we might want to look at the return on specifically digital investments. We will also now want to look at how we're not tracking our talent overall, but how we're tracking our technical talent, right? So for example, how are we promoting our technical talent compared to our non-technical talent in one instance? How are we recruiting these persons? What is the retention rate of technical talent compared to other talents? And these can give us indications of how well our digital investments are working. And finally, we want to think about how we can actually utilize digital tools to help us measure our productivity and to improve our productivity. So we have now online systems, especially when we think about working from home, that can help you to monitor work and to assess the productivity of your employees. There are systems now where we can set up Kanban or 5S systems online that would help us work more efficiently and for us to have collaborative meetings without having face-to-face and reduce the amount of waste in our resources and time.
The plenary pulled like-minded leaders in digital transformation for a thought-provoking discussion. Here are some of the key takeaways from the panelists.
And often when we're looking for innovations, we tend to look within our own industry, but innovations can be found everywhere, right? And I'll draw on the PS's speech again, speaking about the man in the street. Sometimes just by going to Coronation Market, for example, you'll see some quite innovative things there. And there might be somebody, while you're on vacation, that gives you an idea that will cause an innovation in your industry. So sometimes you have to look outside of the realm in which we work to get those insights.
The beauty of the National Identification System, which I hope Floyd Green is successful in implementing this year with the pilot, but also that every Jamaican would grab at it, is that you will offer up your demographic information to the authorities once in your life. So you can move from tax, you can move to health, you can move to other parts of the system, including in a bank, without having to take all of this documentation with you.
The digital transformation begins with people, right? If they are not on board, then you're not going anywhere. If they are still keen on going into the bank to withdraw funds, then no matter what NCB, Scotia, Sagicor, or any of those guys do, then digital transformation will not succeed. So on the biggest part, and I challenge government and private sector companies, is to build digital awareness skills.
The reality is, if we are able to put more people and bring them into the age of connectivity, it will mean so much more for this nation. And it's a private-public sector kind of partnership that's required here. 30 plus licensees in terms of ISPs across the country. If the government is able to partner with them to make sure that the most vulnerable in our society are connected, they can. It is something essential, something that we think can really benefit.
The frame of business that recognizes that we stay local, work global. Every product, whether it be a good or service, has to be of global quality and prepared for the globe. If you are not in that business, you are not in business. And digitization is the single most important resource that will take us to that place.
The Jamaica Productivity Centre, JPC, is a division of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. It is the national organization responsible for promoting and facilitating productivity improvement in Jamaica. Its vision is to drive productivity improvement towards sustained global competitiveness for the well-being of individuals, organizations, and industries in Jamaica. With a mission to provide customized, high-impact, innovative productivity solutions for sustained individual and organizational growth. For more information on the JPC, you can call, email, and visit their social media pages.